So, hi, I've been waiting to get on the show for a while. I have a question about Juan Soto.
Okay.
So, he's on a sick pace right now. Do you think they'll pay him more than Judge? Because I know Judge captain, Judge has 42.6. Do you think they'll give him more than Judge?
Of course, if they're going to keep him. Of course, they have to. Judge makes an average of $40 million a year. He's $360 for 9 years. Let me tell you this, Lou. If they offered Soto $360 for 9 years, he would laugh. He's going to get $50 million a year.
Yeah, because he's so much younger.
And this is no knock on Judge. It's 3 years later. It's just the way it's going to be. He's 25 years old. If they hold firm that nobody's going to make more than Judge, then they're not going to get any more big players until Judge's contract's over.
Let me ask you, Michael, if they're the same age, who would you give the most money to?
I might give it to Judge because he's a better defender. Although Juan Soto plays more. I think I'd give it to Judge.
But at least it's a debate.
It is a debate because he'll hit more home runs. They'll hit for about he'd probably hit for a higher average. Yeah. And he's a better defender. Judge is I think they've lost sight of it. Judge is a great player. And the only mark against him is he's getting older, as we all are.
Yeah. But Soto might not even have hit his prime yet.
Right.
He's going to get this money when he's 25.
I mean, what would you offer Soto then? 35 a year? He would Scott Boras would laugh.
No shot.
When you got a guy across town 12 miles away that's willing to give him whatever he wants. You know, another would you that I had, it's more of a baseball one. And it can only be asked to a Met fan. So I'm going to ask you, Don. If you're a Met fan, a real true Met fan, so take the radio host out of it.
Right.
A true Met fan who loves his team, you could only have one. Would you sign Alonso or Soto? You can only have one.
No, that would be Soto.
But there are a lot of Met fans that love Alonso.
Because you get caught up in he's a homegrown guy, and we get into I get so many Met fans. Without question, the biggest rant I ever had was the Ed Crane pull.
Right.
Because it hit home with Met fans because there's an air of truth to it. Because there are no all-time Mets. They all get traded or they went and acquired them or they got hurt, before they were able to finish their careers like David Wright. So there's that pull of we haven't had a guy that they drafted and they curated and they bring up and he becomes a star and he spends 15, 20 years here and retires the Met. They've never had that. So there's that pull. I get it. But there would be a better baseball team built around Juan Soto than Pete Alonso. Because even though Soto's not a great defender, neither is Alonso. They play different positions. They do different things. Alonso's going to hit a lot more home runs than Soto. But is he going to get on base as much as Soto? Is he going to have the impact to the entire order the way Soto does? Is he as young as Soto? These are all the things they'd have to take into consideration. It'd be tough. I want to keep them both. And the feeling is that with this ownership, they should have the money to be able to keep both. But if you ask me who is the better player and what gives you a better chance to win, I think it's Soto, don't you?
I think he's a better player. They're both not great defenders. Well, Soto's going to get on base at like a 420 clip. His OPS is going to be higher than Pete. Again, the only thing that this is a choice the Mets are going to make because I don't think they could sign both. They could, but they won't. And what's more important, a corner outfielder or a first baseman? I think you got to go with Soto, despite your love for Alonso. Also, Alonso's older.
Now, this is what Stearns is saying. He doesn't care that he was drafted by the Mets. He doesn't care about forever Met. He doesn't want to pay somebody a dime more than he thinks they're worth. And he is going to ask for way more money, Michael, than Stearns is willing to pay him. So it's not a case of the Mets can't afford it. Sure, they can afford it. But Stearns is loath to give extra money to a player for all the ancillary things that he doesn't care about. He cares about giving a player the money he believes he's worth. And clearly, by the way things are going, Michael, he doesn't believe he's worth the money that Pete's going to be asking for.
And this guy is running the show.
But I also can't blame him. Because I do think Alonso's going to be asking for more money than a lot of other general managers are willing to pay. There's a very good possibility, Michael, this can go into next season where he's going to sit around like Blake Snell and not be signed. Because I don't know if there's any general managers out there that are going to pay him the money that he's going to want. If he's going to want $50 million a year, Michael, nobody's going to give him that.
Who?
Alonso. Nobody's going to ask him. If I don't know how much he's going to ask for.
He probably wants 30. I don't think he's going to get that.
See,
Freddie Freeman doesn't make 30.
But I don't think he's going to be asking for 30, Michael. I think he's going to be asking for more than that.
Oh, there's no chance. There's no chance.
But that's what I'm saying is that he's going to ask for top dollar.
Well, he should. He's a great player. But, I mean, I think that the analytic people that run front offices, they have a value on first baseman. The best first baseman out there makes the most money is Freddie Freeman, and he's still a great player. And you probably would choose Freeman over Alonso for what he can do. Great defender, hitting over 300, clutch, the whole deal, champion. And, I mean, maybe the Mets would, swallow hard and give him 30. But if he's looking for 40, I mean, did you see the market this year?
Yeah.
He's not getting 40.
And
maybe some team will give him 30. Maybe the Cubs will give him 30. Maybe the Mets would push it and give him 30. But 40 it's in his dreams.
This is going to go because there's a lot of similarities between him and Barkley, and that's probably the way it's going to go the same way.
It's a great comp. It's a great comp. All right, we'll come back in just a moment. You're listening to the Michael K. Show on, yes, 98.7 ESPN.